The story begins with two girls climbing a mountain while calling out, Shu Yang, Shu Yang, where are you? Then one of the girls says, Shulan, do not worry. I will go down the mountain and look for him. There might be a landslide later, so I have to hurry. You stay here and wait for me. After saying that, she starts climbing down the mountain. A little while later, Shulan unties the rope from the tree. Seeing this, the other girl thinks, what is this rope for? She looks at Shulan and asks, Shulan, what are you doing? Shulan angrily shouts, what do you think I am going to kill you? My entire family died because of you. I am their real daughter, but my father loves you, and even my brother cares about you. Why even Zhongren only looks at you? Why I cannot stand you anymore? You took away everything that should have been mine. Meanwhile, the girl falls down the mountain while thinking, Zhongren, it all started because of him. After that, we see a news report where Zhongren has been arrested for murdering someone. Then the girl thinks, if only I could start everything over again, then I would stay away from all these people and live a good life. A little later, someone says, Big sister, please. Everyone is waiting to see my performance on stage. You would not want me to get embarrassed at school, right? Hearing this, the girl becomes confused. Then she sees Shulan standing in front of her saying, Come on, let us go. Suddenly, the girl feels a sharp pain in her eyes. Shulan asks, What happened? Does it hurt a lot? The girl looks at Shulan and thinks, Wait, that is Shulan, but she looks much younger. Wait, am I dead? Shulan says, Big sister, you promised you would help me. Do not back out now. Hearing this, the girl thinks, what promise? Where am I? And even my burn scars are gone. Shulan grabs her hand and says, Big sister, I promise. This performance is only a test. It is not a ranking competition. It will not affect the other students at all. The girl suddenly realizes, oh, right, now I remember. This was my second year of high school. Shulan begged me for a long time, and because my stepfather was sick, I had no choice but to take the performance exam for her. That is how I ended up here. I have gone back in time. Shulan continues saying, you would not want me to become the laughingstock of the whole school. Right? Besides, we are already a poor family. Life is difficult enough, and because of your eyes. Hearing that the girl thinks I know exactly what she is trying to say, our family is struggling because of your illness. But this was never really about the performance exam. It was only a way to get Zhongren attention. Everything was done just so she could catch the eyes of the boy from the wealthy and powerful Zhong family that everyone knew. At that moment, an announcement is heard. Please welcome Shulan from grade 2. Class 8 with a big round of applause. Shulan quickly says, Big sister, I really need your help. You would not want Dad to get angry over this, right? It will make his health worse. Then Shulan puts a hat on her head and removes her glasses. Without her glasses, the girl looks incredibly beautiful. Shulan does not like seeing that. Then, while leading her outside, Shulan says, I already told my friend to use warm, deep yellow lighting. If the lights hurt your eyes, just close them later. You still remember all the piano keys, right? You can do this. Shulan pushes her onto the stage saying, Okay, I am completely counting on you now. The moment the girl appears on stage, everyone is shocked. Meanwhile, she thinks I am finally back here. In my previous life, the huge praise I received for today's performance turned Shulan into the school's biggest celebrity. Everything that happened afterward began because of this. This time, I have to do something different. At the same time, Zhongren is sitting in the last row of the auditorium. We see Zhongren saying, 2 kings. I won again. His friend laughs and says, Zhongren, you always win. At least give us a chance sometime. Just then, the girl starts playing the piano and Zhongren looks toward her. While playing, she thinks I can feel him looking at me. But what difference does it make? He does not even know who I am. I am only taking Shulan's place. Then one boy says, Wow, the girl from class 8 looks amazing. But what is she playing? Another boy replies, it is Beethoven's Piano Sonata number 14 in C sharp minor. The first boy says, why is the name so long? The second boy laughs. It is also called Moonlight. The first boy asks, what is her name? The second boy answers, the MC said she is Shu Lan from class 8. Hearing that Zhang Ren friend says, so she is from our school. Another friend replies, it does not seem like it. Our Fortune Vocational School is full of rich students who are not good at studying. We are experts at having fun and wasting time, but there is no elegant girl like her. Here, Jung Ren. Other friend says she is talented and graceful. Just like then, he finishes the sentence in his mind. Just like Jung Ren. Mother Jung Ren notices him staring and asks, what are you looking at? His friend quickly says, nothing. Jung Ren calmly says, she is not bad at playing the piano, but I do not like girls like her. Meanwhile, the girl thinks I can feel his eyes on me. They are just as intense as they were in my previous life. Then we see a flashback from her previous life where Jung Ren says Mungting. Now we finally learned the girl's name is Mungting. She thinks he was always like this, irritable and biased, but in the end, he became a murderer. In my previous life, today's outstanding performance made Shulan famous, and everything that followed started because of that. So, in this life, I will never have anything to do with him. I will completely cut off every connection with him. Thinking that she deliberately begins playing the wrong notes. Jung Ren immediately says, ugh, it is completely ruined. Shuffle the cards and keep playing. Then we see the two boys sitting in front reacting to the wrong notes. One of them says, what is this? I thought she was amazing, but she played the wrong note. That was disappointing. Soon everyone in the audience starts talking about her. After the performance ends, Shulan asks, why did you play the wrong notes? But Mungting says nothing. Shulan then says, forget it. Come on, let us change clothes. A little later, after changing her clothes, Shulan says, all right, do not forget to quietly leave through the back door. Just then, Mungting grabs her hand and asks, Shulan, do you hate me? Hearing that, Shulan smiles and says, what are you saying? You are so lovable. How could I ever hate you? Shuyang may not like you, but I have always liked you. Mingting lets go of her hand and thinks, liar? In my previous life, I learned that Shulan always acted like she cared about me, but deep inside she hated me and wanted me dead. Just then, Shulan says, big sister, you should go home first. I still have a few things to take care of. Mengting thinks, I know she is in a hurry to go and meet Jung Ren, but this time she will not care about that fake person at all. And this time, he will not even look at me once. After that, Mungting walks out through the main door while stretching her hand forward. After some time, she thinks the rain has stopped. This familiar, blurry feeling. Sadly, in my previous life, I died before I even had the chance to grow up. This time, everything will be completely different. I have returned to my second year of high school once again, and now I can start everything from the beginning. I remember that my eye surgery was successful. In 2 months, I will be able to see the sky and the sunlight. A bright future is waiting for me. Just then, Jiang Ren friend notices Mungting and says to Jiang Ren, hey bro, look over there. Jiang Ren looks outside and thinks, is that the number 7 high school uniform? And she is carrying a cane. Is she blind or something? His friend says, yeah, by the way. Jiang Ren says, do I have to see that disgusting look again? His friend says, remember the girl who played the piano? She came up to me and directly asked to be friends. Jiang Ren says, do you like her? Then go play with her. His friend says, how can you say that? Hearing this, Jiang Ren silently thinks about Mungting. Fine, let her come in. After a while, Shulan arrives and says, Jiang Ren? Jiang Ren looks at her and asks, do you like me? Hearing this, Shulan starts blushing. A moment later, she says, I just think you are very special. Hearing that, Jung Ren starts laughing. Then he suddenly becomes serious and says, "Oh, really? Then explain it to me. What exactly makes me so special? Am I amazing because I smoke and fight? Or because I love causing trouble? Or because I beat a teacher so badly that he ended up in the hospital?" Hearing this, Shu Lan looks surprised and says, "I am sure it is all just a big misunderstanding. You are not a troublemaker." Jung Ren says, "Have you seen my medical report? Have you ever heard of intermittent explosive disorder?" Shu Lan thinks, "I only heard people say that he loses his temper easily. No one ever said he had an illness, but I have already come this far." Then she says to Jung Ren, "I do not care." Jung Ren asks, "Do you need money that badly?" She answers, "Yes." Jung Ren says, "But I care. You are a very ugly girl. At the very least, you should be as beautiful as Shen Yu King from the neighboring school." "Do not tell me you did not understand. I was joking. Now, get lost." Shu Lan walks outside thinking Shen Yu Qing the most popular girl from number 7 high school. "I heard she is Jiang Ren's girlfriend, but I thought it was only a rumor. I was wrong. So what if they are together? People come and go. Relationships are made and broken. This is all Meng Ting's fault. If she had not messed everything up before." Wait a second. There is actually a girl even more beautiful than Shen Yu Qing. Compared to Meng Ting, Shen Yu Qing is nothing. Jiang Ren is lucky that he never knew the old Meng Ting. After that, we see the number 7 high school bus stop, where Meng Ting thinks this is the same road I used to take home in my previous life. During my second year of high school, Dad had not met with the accident yet. I am going to see him very soon. Just then, she hears the sound of motorcycles. When she looks ahead, she sees Jiang Ren and his friends riding past her. Jiang Ren's friend notices Meng Ting and says, "Hey, look, it is that blind girl we saw at school." Jiang Ren sees Meng Ting and rides over to her. Seeing him, Meng Ting becomes extremely frightened and starts stepping back. Then Jiang Ren's friend says, "Hey, smart girl from number 7 high school. Are you really blind?" Meng Ting thinks nervously. What are they doing here? She does not answer any of them. Jiang Ren asks, "What are you doing in our area?" Meng Ting thinks, what were the chances of running into him here? Then another one of Jiang Ren's friends walks over and says, "Are you mute too?" Jiang Ren says, "Fine, I will take you home. It is free. Come on, let us show some love to disabled people." Hearing that, his friends laugh and say, "What show some love to disabled people? Do you need help crossing the road?" Meng Ting silently thinks, "Please hurry up and leave." Jiang Ren looks at Meng Ting and thinks, loose school uniform, a slender neck. She looks so delicate and fragile. Then he takes out a lighter from his pocket and lights it in front of her while thinking, is she scared? She really gives off the feeling of a quiet, innocent girl. Then he says, "What is in your bag? Show me what you have." Meng Ting slowly opens her bag for him. While showing it, she notices the strawberries inside. Seeing them, she thinks, strawberries. I remember Dad knew how much I loved strawberries. That is why he worked so hard to bring them from the greenhouse at the laboratory. Jiang Ren says, "Give me those strawberries." Hearing this, Meng Ting hands him the strawberries while thinking, it is probably better not to make him angry. Seeing all this, Jiang Ren's friends think, no way, he teased her. Took her things and she did not even get upset. How can she be so kind? She does not seem like someone from our world. Jiang Ren says, "Why are you standing so far away? Give me the strawberries. Do not tell me you need to hold my hand." Meng Ting looks at Jiang Ren. Then she walks closer and hands him the strawberries. Just then her bus arrives. Meng Ting gets on the bus and leaves. Behind her, Jiang Ren's friends start talking among themselves, saying, why did he only bully her? Does he enjoy picking on blind people? She is mute too. Jongren eats one strawberry and says, I did not expect it to be this sweet. One of his friends says, bro, give me one. But Jongren throws the strawberries into the trash and says, they are not fully ripe yet. His friend sadly says, forget it. I do not want them anymore. Jongren silently thinks. Just now she placed the strawberries on my bike so naturally as if it was nothing. Is she really blind? Or was she just pretending? After that, we see Meng Ting standing at the door of her house thinking, this is not a dream. This is the door I know so well. I have finally come home. After entering the house, Meng Ting says, Shu Yang, I am home. Just then her father says, Oh Ting, you're back. Go wash your hands and get ready for dinner. Did Lan Lan not come with you? You said you were going to watch her performance today, right? Then we are introduced to Shu Zhitong, Meng Ting's stepfather. Looking at him, Meng Ting thinks, Dad, I can finally see you again. In my previous life, my mother and I were caught in a car accident. She did not survive. My eyes were badly injured, and you raised all three of us by yourself. You never once thought of abandoning me. You loved me like your own daughter. I am so grateful that I have been given a second chance at life and another chance to repay your kindness. I promise that this time I will never let anything bad happen to you. I will make sure you spend the rest of your life in peace and safety. Then she says to her father, Shulan said she is eating outside because she has a celebration party tonight. Then she thinks maybe I ran into Zhang Ren earlier because Shulan failed to bring him with her. Zhang Ren never seemed interested in Shulan. Not in my previous life and not this time either. Just then her father says, All right, go wash your hands. Dinner is almost ready. After that, we see Meng Ting at night looking at her ID card while thinking, this photo was taken when I first started high school. I had a severe eye infection that kept coming back, and I could not tolerate bright light. The solution was to take my ID photo with bandages over my eyes. Then my teacher asked someone to Photoshop eyes onto the picture. I cannot wait to see my teachers and classmates again. The next day, we see a girl saying to Meng Ting, My dear English class representative, can you come and collect the English homework later? I will finish it soon. Meng Ting returns to her seat. Just then her friend walks over and says, Ting, there you are. Meng Ting looks at her and says, Zhao Nuanqing. Zhao Nuanqing says, look at you. Your hair is such a mess. Hey Ting, do not forget to apply for that scholarship. They have already sent the application form. Meng Ting replies, Okay. Then she thinks I am back in the classroom again. Hearing the familiar voice of the teacher, listening to the sound of books opening and everyone writing notes feels so comforting. I really missed being in class. Just then, Zhao Nuanqing says, Ting, guess what happened? Shen Yuqing from class 14 is transferring to the vocational school next door. Can you believe she is not even attending classes anymore? Guess why? Because she completely fell for a boy from that vocational school. She is acting like she is so important and looking down on all of us. And now she got into a huge fight with a girl from that vocational school because of that boy. It is so ridiculous. Another girl walks over and says, But listen to the real story. The boy she is chasing is incredibly famous. Really famous. Zhao Nuanqing says, Yeah, that is true. The other girl continues. You know, the Sublime Group, right? The biggest real estate company in the entire country. Well, that company belongs to his family. Last week he beat a teacher so badly that the poor teacher ended up in the hospital. And can you believe he was not punished at all? So it is not surprising that Shen Yuqing would fall for someone like him. Meng Ting thinks I am sure Shen Yuqing decided to transfer to the vocational school because Shu Lan went to see Zhang Ren yesterday. The girls continue chatting. How could he even think about hitting a teacher? Who does he think he is, rich or not? One day this world will definitely teach him how to behave. And the strangest part is that he can simply sit back, do nothing, and still inherit his family fortune. Hearing all of this, Meng Ting thinks, I know this has nothing to do with me. But then we see a flashback where Meng Ting's stepfather says, Ting, can I ask you for a favor? Lan did not come home last night. She said she stayed at a classmate's house. You know she is growing up now. There are parts of her life that I cannot interfere with anymore. But I worry that she might get into a relationship at such a young age and end up going down the wrong path. You are such a good girl. Can you help her? Mengting thinks if I go to the vocational school because of Shulan, I might run into Zhang Ren. They both study there, but I have to go. I just hope I do not meet him. Then, in the present, Meng Ting stands up to leave. Seeing this, her friend asks, Hey Ting, where are you going? Meng Ting replies, I am not feeling well. Can you ask the teacher for leave on my behalf? Her friend says, Of course, but do you want me to come with you? Meng Ting says, No, I can manage on my own. After that, we see Class 8 where Shulan is saying, So what if you are Zhang Ren, girlfriend? Everyone knows he did not even come to your birthday party. Shen Yuqing replies, Even if he does not care about me, I am still his official girlfriend. Understand, Shulan. At such a young age, you are already trying to steal someone else's boyfriend. Did your parents teach you that? Hearing this, Shulan angrily says, Shen Yuqing you. But before she can finish, Meng Ting suddenly calls out, Shulan. Everyone turns to look at her. Shulan is shocked and thanks Meng Ting. Then Meng Ting walks over, grabs Shulan's hand, and starts leading her away. The girls whisper among themselves, Who is she? Does she know Shulan? Is she blind and she is from number 7 high school too? After they come outside, Shulan says, What are you doing here? I know what I am doing. Now go back to your class. Meng Ting says, Dad said this morning that he is really worried about you. He has done so much for us, you know that, right? Shulan is about to respond, but Meng Ting interrupts her and says, Even if you win this little argument against Shen Yuqing, what will you gain? Will people suddenly start treating you better? Zhang Ren does not care about Shen Yuqing, so do you really think he will care about you? And your friend knows that you asked me to perform in your place, right? Do you really think she will keep that secret forever? Shulan thinks I stayed at Lin Meng house last night, but everyone believed. Then suddenly some girls nearby say, We heard Zhang Ren is completely into Shulan. They spent the whole night together. Who knows what they were doing? Hearing this, Shulan smiles. Then she says to Meng Ting, Okay, I know what to do now. She walks back into the classroom and says, Hey, Shen Yuqing. It is not true that Zhang Ren took me out all night. I stayed at Lin Meng house. She can prove it. Hearing this, Shen Yuqing looks at Lin Meng. Lin Meng nods in agreement. Shen Yuqing then turns around and says, See, I knew it. Just look at yourself. You are so embarrassing. Come on, let us leave. Then they all walk away after going a little farther. Shen Yuqing turns around and looks at Meng Ting. After some time, Shulan comes outside and says, Big sister, you should go back now, and make sure no one finds out about the performance. Meng Ting replies, Okay, and starts walking away. While leaving, she thinks, Even though Shulan and I are walking on different paths in this life, I do not want Zhang Ren to ever find out that I was the one who performed. Thinking this, Meng Ting continues walking, but suddenly a basketball rolls in front of her. Zhang Ren's friend says, Hey, did the ball hit someone? Zhang Ren is there too. One of his friends walks toward the ball and says, Can you help pick up the ball? But then he realizes it is Meng Ting. Standing there, he says, Oh, it is you. Then he shouts, Zhang Ren, it is that blind girl we saw yesterday. Seeing Zhang Ren, Meng Ting thinks, Oh no, I cannot believe I ran into him again. She quickly picks up the ball and says, Here, catch your ball. I am leaving. But Zhang Ren throws the ball back in front of her, walks closer, and carefully observes her. Seeing him like that, Meng Ting thinks, what does he want? Now, Jiangren says, so you are not really blind, are you? Meng Ting begins to say I, but Jiangren cuts her off and says, if you are really blind, then why did you suddenly stop? Then Jiangren reaches out his hand to take off her glasses. Seeing this, Meng Ting has no idea what to do, and instinctively hits Jiangren with her cane. After hitting him, Meng Ting thinks, oh no, I could not stop myself. Seeing this, all the boys are completely shocked, and with that, episode 1 comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to Manhwa Reality. We will see you in the next episode. The episode begins with Jiangren saying to Meng Ting, there is no rule that says I cannot hit girls, understand? Just then, one of his friends steps in and says, come on, man. She is blind. I do not think she did it on purpose. But Jiangren glares at him angrily, making him step back in fear. Then Jiangren starts walking toward Meng Ting. Seeing this, Meng Ting also steps back nervously and says, I am sorry, bright light really hurts my eyes. After saying that, she leaves, watching her walk away. Jiangren's friend says, so she is not mute and her voice is actually really cute. Jiangren looks at his own hands and thinks, if she is not mute, then why did she not talk to me last time? Does she think she is better than us just because we go to a vocational school? Jiangren's friend asks, why were you trying to take off her glasses? What if you had taken them off and found out she did not even have eyes? Just 2 empty, terrifying eye sockets staring back at you. Jiangren says, amazing. She is blind and still acts like she is so special. His friends say, ugh, just imagining that is creepy. Another friend says, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Hearing this, Jiangren angrily says, shut up. After that, we see Meng Ting sitting in her classroom thinking, I cannot believe I really ran into Jiangren. From now on, I have to be more careful and stay as far away from him as possible. Just then, her friend says, hey Ting, shall we walk home together after school? Meng Ting replies, of course. Then her eyes fall on a math Olympiad competition notice, where the first prize is $8,000. Seeing that, Meng Ting thinks $8,000? In my previous life, Dad went deeply into debt because of my eye treatment. Then another accident happened that ruined my face. That is why Dad had to take that dangerous radiation job. But in this life, I need even more money. Of course, I can earn money by joining competitions. Then she asks her friend Nuanqing, can I get the registration form for this? Her friend asks, Ting, do you want to sign up? Are you preparing for the Math Olympiad? Meng Ting replies, I learned a little when I was younger, and there are still 2 weeks left, so I will practice a bit more and give it a try. Hearing that, her friend happily says, wow, you are amazing. While signing the form, Meng Ting thinks this is about $8,000 I have to try. If I want to stop Dad from taking that radiation job, then first I have to stop my face from being ruined in this life. Then I have to find even more ways to earn money. But I am only in my 2nd year of high school, and I know Dad would never want me to quit studying, just to chase money. Then she asks her friend Nuanqing, besides the Math Olympiad, are there any other competitions going on? Her friend replies, yes, there is an English speech competition, but it will be held in the summer. Meng Ting thinks summer. By then it will already be too late. Her friend silently thinks, I heard. There are many talent competitions at the vocational school because they have art students there. But Ting has problems with her eyes. I do not think she would be good at dancing or playing the piano. Then she simply says, forget it. It is nothing important. After school, the 2 girls head home together, but when they look outside, they see it is raining. Meng Ting friend says, neither of us brought an umbrella. We will have to wait until Dad gets off work. Hey Ting, have you ever heard of Harbor City? Meng Ting nods. Her friend says, I have never been there either, but I heard just going there costs thousands of dollars, by the way. Did you know Zhang Ren did not go to Shen Yuqing birthday party? And guess what? She is now telling everyone that Jiang Ren invited his entire class to Harbor City this evening. We all know she is just showing off, but Jiang Ren really is rich and generous. We are just ordinary girls. Nobody would ever spend that much money on us. Suddenly, they hear the sound of a car. Meng Ting looks ahead and sees Jiang Ren standing there. Seeing him, she thinks Jiang Ren. What is he doing here? The moment Jiang Ren notices her, Meng Ting deliberately ignores him. Watching this, her friend says, "Seriously, what is wrong with the security guard? How is he letting students from that vocational school drive cars straight into our campus?" Just then, Shen Yuqing arrives with her friends. One of them says, "Yuqing, you are amazing. Thanks to you, we are all going to Harbor City to have fun." Then she says, "Hello, Mr. Jiang." "Hello, mister." He Jiangren friend says, "Get in, girls. Do not stand in the rain." Shen Yuqing gets into the car and says, "Jiang Ren Yu." But before she can finish, Jiang Ren looks at Meng Ting and says, "Hey, you standing there. Get in the car, I will drop you at the bus stop." Meng Ting replies, "No thank you." Jiang Ren says, "Get in the car and do not make me repeat myself a third time." Meng Ting says, "No, I am fine." Seeing this, Shen Yuqing says, "You are the girl from class 1 with the eye problem, right? Come on, get in, Jiang." Ren friend silently thinks, "My God, since when did Jiang Ren become so kind and caring toward disabled people?" Meanwhile, Meng Ting thinks, "If I do not get into the car now, Jiang Ren will never leave. That is just how he is in situations like this." Fine. Then Meng Ting and her friend both get into Jiang Ren's car. After a while, Jiang Ren says, "We will get off at the next bus stop." Then he suddenly speeds up the car and says, "So you can actually see perfectly well, right?" Hearing this, Meng Ting becomes confused. Then, while looking outside, she thinks, "I never did anything wrong to him. So why does he always pick on me?" A little later, they arrive at Harbor City. Meng Ting thinks my house is so far away, and I do not even have enough money to take a taxi home. Just then, Jiang Ren walks up behind her and says, "Come on, let us go inside and have some fun." After saying that he walks away, once they are inside, Jiang Ren looks at Meng Ting and thinks, "She really thinks she is better than us, does she? Well, tonight I am going to drag her right into this mess." Meanwhile, Meng Ting thinks, "I knew he never cared about my opinion. He will not stop until he gets what he wants." Then she says to her friend Nuanqing, "Come on, let us go inside watching this." Shen Yuqing friend says, "Do not worry, Yuqing, I just talked to." He Junming about that blind girl. He said she even hit Jiang Ren today. Just look at her. She is ugly and blind too. There is no way Jiang Ren would ever like her if he is in his right mind. After everyone goes inside, one of the boys says, "Jiang Ren, it feels great to finally have dinner with you." But Jiang Ren's attention is completely focused on Meng Ting. Looking at her, he thinks she really is a good student. Is she? Then he says to everyone, "All right, everyone let us play a game." Hearing this, one of the girls smiles and asks, "So what are you planning now?" Jiang Ren replies, "This is one of those games where if you lose..." Jiang Ren says, "If you lose, you get punished." Got it. How about we play the Skip 7 game? Hearing this, the girls begin talking among themselves. In the Skip 7 game, whenever a player reaches the number 7 or any multiple of 7, they cannot say the number out loud. Instead, they have to perform a chosen action or gesture. Then Jiang Ren says 16. Hearing this, everyone claps. Then one of the girls says 20. After that, everyone turns and stares at Meng Ting. Seeing everyone looking at her, Meng Ting asks, "Am I supposed to join too?" Jiang Ren says, "Hey, now you have to take the punishment." Meng Ting replies, "I did not know I had to play." Then she claps her hands and asks, "Does this count?" Hearing that everyone looks at her, Jiang Ren friend bursts into laughter and says, "Ha ha ha ha, I cannot stop laughing. You are as slow as a blockhead." Stupid. Jiang Ren says no go and draw a punishment slip. It is completely fair. All right. Then the boys behind her start shouting, "Come on, draw the slip. Do not be a sore loser." That is right. Go now. Meng Ting walks over and picks a slip. Just then, one of the girls takes it from her and reads it aloud. Look into the eyes of a person of the opposite gender in this room for 10 seconds. Hearing that the girls whisper to each other, Meng Ting is blind? This punishment is the worst possible one for any boy in this room. At that moment, Meng Ting is facing Jiang Ren friend. Seeing this, he quickly steps back in fear and says, "Oh no, stay away from me." Watching this, Meng Ting friend says, "Do not take it too far." But when she looks over, she sees Jiang Ren staring at her angrily and she immediately falls silent. Then Jiang Ren looks at Meng Ting. After a few moments, he says, "Come here, they do not want you. Looks like I am the only one left." Suddenly, a few girls push Meng Ting from behind. Meng Ting looks at Jiang Ren and thinks, "If I refuse, I know he will not let me go tonight," thinking that she walks over to him. Meanwhile, Shen Yuqing watches everything in complete shock. Meng Ting sits beside Jiang Ren and says, "There is something wrong with my eyes. Can I keep my glasses on, Jiang?" Ren looks at her and sees that she is trembling with fear. Watching her like that, he says, "Do not worry." Then he moves closer and the two of them look into each other's eyes for 10 seconds. After only a few seconds, tears begin flowing from Meng Ting's eyes. Seeing this, Jiang Ren is completely surprised. Meanwhile, Meng Ting silently thinks, "The light is hurting my eyes." Then the 10 seconds finally end. Jiang Ren friend walks over and asks, "Hey bro, how was it? Was it really that scary?" Jiang Ren replies, "Get lost." Then he turns to Meng Ting and says, "All right, get up, I will take you home." But when he looks at her, he sees that tears are still running down her face. Jiang Ren says, "Do not cry. I treated you pretty well." "Did I not?" Meng Ting explains. "Actually, whenever my eyes hurt, my tears start flowing on their own." He has misunderstood the situation, but it does not matter. At least now he believes me and is ready to let us go. Jiang Ren friend says, "Jiang Ren, and I will take you home. Come with us." Hearing this, Meng Ting friend starts pulling Meng Ting away. Just then Meng Ting says, "Do not worry. We are not going in the same direction. It seems they are not planning to send us home together. Tell them to drop you home first so your family does not worry." Meng Ting friend replies, "All right, take care of yourself and stay safe." Ting Jiang Ren says, "Come outside," then the two of them leave. On the other side, Shen Yuqing watches them together and thinks Jiang Ren did not even look at me the entire night. Anyway, we are not officially a couple. I was the one chasing after Jiang Ren, and from the beginning until now, he has never given me a clear answer. Then she starts following Jiang Ren while thinking, what does he want from her? But when she looks ahead, she is completely shocked because Jiang Ren is staring at Meng Ting so intensely seeing this. Shen Yuqing thinks, why does he look at her like that? Then she walks over, hugs Jiang Ren and says, "Jiang Ren, make sure you come back soon, all right?" Jiang Ren is completely surprised and quickly looks toward Meng Ting, who is quietly waiting for him. Seeing that, he gently pulls himself free and says, "What are you doing over there? Come outside and get in the car. Sit beside me." After that, we see Jiang Ren driving Meng Ting home while asking, "Where do you live?" Meng Ting replies, "You can just drop me off at any bus stop ahead." "Thank you." Jiang Ren says, "You really do not want anything to do with me, do you, Miss Perfect Girl?" Hearing this, Meng Ting quietly nods her head while feeling extremely nervous. Jiang Ren says, "You think I care about that? Do you after some time?" Meng Ting says, "I will get off here." Jiang Ren looks at her and thinks, she really wants nothing to do with me, does she? Would it not be better to just take her home? Why would she rather get soaked in the rain? After that, Jiang Ren takes off his coat and puts it over Meng Ting's shoulders. Seeing this, Meng Ting nervously asks, What are you doing? Then she races her cane again to hit him. But Jiang Ren catches the cane midway and says, "Again? Do you really think I am some weak person or something?" Then Jiang Ren keeps looking at her while Meng Ting lowers her head. Seeing this, Jiang Ren says, "Listen, Miss Perfect Girl. What is your name?" But Meng Ting does not answer him. At that moment, Jiang Ren notices her student ID and at the same time her bus arrives. Seeing this, Jiang Ren smiles, then he picks up Meng Ting's student ID and says, "Come on, get in the car." Meng Ting silently thinks for a moment. Then she returns Jiang Ren coat to him and gets onto the bus. While looking outside the window, she thinks my student ID. Jiang Ren looks at the student ID and says, "So her name is Meng Ting." And with that, episode 2 comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to Manhwa Reality. We will see you in the next episode. The episode begins with a scene at Harbor City where Shen Yuqing says to Jiang Ren, "Hey, do you want to play some pool?" Jiang Ren replies, "Hey." "Junming, come play video games with me." After a while, He Junming says, "Bro, you are amazing at this game." Just then, Meng Ting's student ID falls out of Jiang Ren coat. Seeing it, Shen Yuqing thinks, "Is that not a student ID from our school?" But when she picks it up, she is shocked and thinks, "Why does Jiang Ren have Meng Ting's student ID in his pocket?" Then she shows it to Ha Junming and says, "I just found this." Ha Junming looks at the student ID and laughs, saying, "Is this not that blind girl from your school?" Shen Yuqing says yes. Ha Junming laughs and says, "This is so funny. Look at her eyes." Another boy takes the student ID and says, "What are you all looking at? Let everyone see it." Then he starts laughing loudly and says, "Just look at these eyes. They are unbelievably strange and ugly. They look so different, they must be fake." Right. But at that moment, Jiang Ren walks over, punches the boy in the face, and snatches Meng Ting's student ID back. The boy holds his face and says, "Jiang Ren." But Jiang Ren gets even angrier and kicks him. Just then, He Junming grabs Jiang Ren from behind and says, "Calm down." Jiang Ren do not get so angry. Jiang Ren angrily replies, "Get lost." Then he turns to Shen Yuqing and says, "My jacket." Jiang Ren takes his jacket and walks away, saying, "Shen Yuqing, never show your face in front of me again." Hearing this, Shen Yuqing asks in shock, "What did you just say?" Jiang Ren replies, "Are you deaf? Stop bothering me." Shen Yuqing says, "Jiang Ren, what do you think I am?" Then Jiang Ren interrupts her and says, "What do I think of you?" "Listen, Shen Yuqing, there is nothing between us and you know." That hearing all this, the girls begin whispering among themselves. Seeing that Shen Yuqing angrily shouts Jiang Ren, "You will regret this." Then she storms away. Ha Junming says, "Why did Jiang Ren suddenly punch that guy? He looked perfectly fine a moment ago." Another boy says, "Forget it." After that, we see Meng Ting at the hospital where her father says, "Ting, I am sorry, I could not come pick you up on time. If I had, your eyes would not have become infected because of the rain." Meng Ting replies, "It is not your fault. I did not take good care of my eyes. I will not make the same mistake again. But the doctor said my eyes will recover in a few days with the medicine. So please do not worry. Let us go home." Her father says, "All right." Then we see their house where Shulan is talking on the phone saying, "Really? Did they actually break up?" Just then her father walks in and asks Lan, "What did you just say?" Shulan looks surprised and says, "Dad," Meng Ting father tells her, "From now on, neither of you will have any kind of relationship with boys. Do you understand? You are both only in your second year of high school. Right now, studying is the most important thing. If you do not get into a good university, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Do you understand? And if I find out that you are dating someone in high school, I will cut ties with you." Hearing this, Shulan walks over and says, "Dad, what are you saying? I would never do that." Her father then looks at Meng Ting and says, "I am completely serious about you two. Ting Mengting replies, I will not have a boyfriend either. The next day, Mengting friend says, Ting, where is your student? D. The teacher is coming. Mengting replies, I lost it. Her friend says, what, our class will lose points and Mr. Fan will be furious. You will definitely be punished by having to run, Mengting. Looks at the teacher and thinks I would rather accept the punishment than ask Jiang Ren to return my student. Tiahai. A little later, the teacher asks Mengting, where is your student? D. Mengting stays silent. The teacher says deduct 2 points from class 1. Seeing this, two girls whisper to each other. I am not surprised that Liu Yun and Li Yong got into trouble. But how did Mengting make a mistake too? Maybe she simply forgot her. D. Then she will have to run after school. It is 1,500 meters. Can she even do that with her eye condition? I do not know. Just then the teacher says, after school, those three troublesome students will run 1,500 meters around the entire campus. Class monitor, make sure you keep an eye on them. After school, we see Mengting running alongside the other 3 students. At that moment, Jiang Ren arrives and notices Mengting from behind. He Junming laughs and says, is she really running or just dragging herself? I swear I could walk faster than that. Jiang Ren smiles slightly. Another boy says, students at number 7 high school are always running around. They must have done something really bad. What could she possibly have done? He Junming says she was probably caught dating someone. Hearing this, Jiang Ren slaps him and says, shut up. She is not like you. He Junming rubs his face and says, why did you slap me? I was only guessing. Jiang Ren says, someone go find out what happened. One of the boys says, all right, bro, and walks away. After a while, he comes back and says, I asked one of the girls standing there. Number 7 high school really is strange. They even punish students for not wearing the proper uniform or forgetting their student. D. They have all kinds of ridiculous rules. Our school is much better. Hearing that Jiang Ren starts walking away. After that, we see Mengting thinking. After 3 years without any exercise, the body that used to be so fit has become incredibly weak. Then while breathing heavily, she thinks, back when I used to dance running 2,000 meters was nothing for me. Just then, Jiang Ren walks over and calls Mengting. Hearing his voice, she looks up in surprise and sees Jiang Ren putting her student ID back around her neck. After fastening it, Jiang Ren says, I do not owe you anything anymore. All right, why are you so stupid? Mengting looks at Jiang Ren and thinks, Jiang Ren cannot even pass a single exam, and he is calling me stupid. I can tell he is in a terrible mood. I have no idea what made him angry, but arguing with him would not be a good idea. Then she quietly says, I am sorry. Hearing that Jiang Ren becomes confused. Then he says, Mengting, you really cannot stand me, can you? You think you are better than me, do you? But Mengting does not answer him. Then we see a flashback where the same boy says, Bro, that girl. Mengting is the top student in her class. I heard her class is an elite class for the best universities. She is always trying to be perfect. She looks down on guys like us because she is good at studying. Back in the present, Jiang Ren says to Mengting, who do you think you are to look down on me? But without saying a single word, Mengting simply walks away. Watching her leave, Jiang Ren thinks you really are different, as Jiang Ren thinks she is just a stupid blind girl who cares whether she likes me or not. A little later, two girls notice Jiang Ren and say, look, Jiang Ren is over there. He is so cute. The other girl replies, do not even think about it. I heard he is extremely rude. Just then, He Junming walks over and says, get lost. Do not mess with Jiang Ren. What is wrong with you? Then he goes to Jiang Ren and says, want to play some video games? Jiang Ren replies, sure. He Junming says, bro, Did that blind girl really get under your skin? Should I do something about it? But Jiang Ren walks away angrily and says, if you say her name again, I will kick you. Then he thinks to himself, she clearly hates me. If I go talk to her again, I will just look like an idiot. After that, the scene shifts to a survival game where Jiang Ren gears up and starts taking everyone down. Some girls watching him say, wow, he is so handsome. He is really cute. A little later, He Junming looks around and thinks, the game has only just started. How is everyone getting eliminated so fast? Then he looks ahead and sees Jiang Ren standing right in front of him with a gun. Terrified, He Junming says, hey, come on, stop messing around. We are on the same team, but Jiang Ren shoots him too and walks away. Soon the game ends. A boy watching says what happened to him. Is he in a bad mood? He seemed completely fine when we arrived. Wait, could it be because just then He Junming walks over complaining, damn it, I am never playing this game again. It is completely terrible. Jiang Ren has gone crazy. He is even taking out his own teammates. Then he turns around and notices a girl standing behind him. After that, the scene changes to the lounge where the girl asks, where is Jiang Ren? He Junming replies he is probably changing his clothes. At that moment, Jiang Ren walks in. He Junming calls out, Jiang Ren, come over here, buddy. Jiang Ren sits down and the girl walks over and offers him a cigarette. Jiang Ren looks at her while his friends whisper, she really knows what she is doing. Does not she? The girl says, hi, I am Lu Yue. A senior from Class 1 at Manhwa Reality, Jiang Ren asks, oh, from Manhwa Reality is your Class 1, the elite class. Lu Yue replies, yes, that is right. Jiang Ren steps closer and asks, then what do you think about me as a vocational school student? Lu Yue blushes and says, we just go to different schools, but we are equals. Jiang Ren replies, get lost. Then he walks away thinking, Lear. Meanwhile, Lu Yue thinks what happened. Why did he get so angry at what I said? Behind her, He Junming says what is wrong with him. Lu Yue is such a nice girl. Another boy thinks, Meng Ting is also in Class 1, but she is a second-year student. After that, we see Meng Ting thinking, it has been a few days since I last saw Jiang Ren. Thankfully, so much has changed compared to my previous life. Back then, after I performed in Shulan Place, everyone found out the truth. By the time the rumors finally died down, my eyes had already recovered. The doctor said I no longer needed to wear sunglasses at school. But then Shulan had an accident at the vocational school. The story flashes back to her previous life where Meng Ting says to Shulan, do not worry, Lan, I will get you out of here. Just then, Jiang Ren appears. Meng Ting narrates, that was the very first time I met Jiang Ren in my previous life. Jiang Ren asks, hey, are you the girl who played the piano that day? Meng Ting thinks, at that time I knew Shulan liked Jiang Ren, so I thought he was making fun of us. She replies, sorry, could you please move aside? Jiang Ren says, sure, no problem. Meng Ting continues, back then I thought he was a good person, until I saw how ruthless he really was. That was when I realized how wrong I had been in this life. Jiang Ren probably already hates me anyway. Right now, my main focus is preparing for the Math Olympiad. Back in the present, Meng Ting friend says, Ting, you are joining the Math Olympiad again. Aren't you tired? Another friend says Meng Ting is one of the top students. But I heard that Lu Yue from Senior Year 3 is also competing this year. She has won every single year. My cousin told me she is dating Jiang Ren. Jiang Qing asks in surprise, really, I cannot believe it. The other girl replies, absolutely, they were seen walking together the other day. Anyway, Lu Yue is definitely going to win again this year. She has to, even if it is only to impress Jiang Ren. Hearing all of this, Meng Ting thinks none of this has anything to do with me. I am just going to practice even harder. If I can win the prize money, I can ease some of Dad's burden. And the first place prize is even bigger. After that, the story moves to Friday at the bus stop where Meng Ting is waiting. Just then, Jiang Ren and He Junming arrive. He Junming says, "Hi, Lu Yue." Lu Yue smiles happily and says, "Hi." He Junming and Jiang Ren. He Junming says, "Come on, we will give you a ride home." Lu Yue replies, "I am leaving early tomorrow morning for the Math Olympiad, so I will be staying at a hotel near the venue." He Junming says, "Wow, the Math Olympiad. That is amazing." Lu Yue replies, "Just watch. I am going to win." Meanwhile, Jiang Ren stares at Meng Ting. People around her give her strange looks, but she pays no attention to them. Jiang Ren remembers their previous encounter. On the other hand, Meng Ting notices him staring and thinks, "Who is Jiang Ren?" Looking at Jiang Ren notices the Olympiad documents in Meng Ting's hand and asks Lu Yue, "When does the competition start?" Lu Yue answers, "Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Jiang Ren asks, "Where is it being held?" Lu Yue replies, "Near the art gallery in downtown Fenghua Street." Jiang Ren says, "All right," and walks away. A little later, He Junming asks, "Jiang Ren, are you going to watch?" Jiang Ren replies, "Yeah, because I am a complete idiot." And with that, episode 3 comes to an end. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to Manhwa Reality. We will see you in the next episode.